Hello and welcome back to another video, and today I'm looking at a strange video from a very strange man, Radical Reggie. We all know he's strange, but I thought he had about 15,000 subscribers. When did he actually manage to get almost to 100,000? I don't know what happened there. So as we're close to that mark now, maybe I'll just release this video at the time to celebrate when he crosses over, because I looked at it the other day at the time of recording, well, a few days ago before recording, and he was on 99.5 thousand. Now he's on 99.6, so it's surely a matter of time. But this is a very embarrassing video for him. And I will just say, in terms of the microphone, I'm using a headset microphone at the moment because, yes, I have got a Blue Yeti mic. The sort of shock mount that goes into it, that goes on my boom arm, for some reason the screw on that is screwed up and it will no longer properly connect. So the Blue Yeti keeps falling on the floor as soon as I sort of breathe on it. So while I'm waiting for a thing to arrive in the mail, like a sort of adapter, so I can put the Yeti mic directly on the arm, the boom arm, then I'm just using this headset mic in the meantime. It means I won't be able to use the shock mount, but then how many times am I going to bump into the boom arm while I'm recording a video? Never happens. It doesn't happen ever. So it's a bit of a waste of time, a bit of a waste of money. But there we go. So, what is this video? Yeah. When people ever ask me, Dom, you keep saying Radical Reggie is transphobic. What are you talking about? Where's the evidence? Well, here we are. Alleged transgender woman threatens GameStop employee. Bloody Radical Reggie. I thought he was all about talking about retro games, but no, he's an expert on gender issues, it would seem. So we just go look at some of the comments. You look at some of the comments on here. Just some people have got some severe issues. I don't know. There is one comment I did see. I'm not sure whether I can find it now. But I don't know. There's one comment I saw that, Reggie, is this really the kind of path you want to go down? The kind of video he wants to make? No. So we'll get into it. And I think I've skipped the first, 19 seconds because he's just got some sort of weird music. It's like sort of the gallery on a Tony Hart video on the Take Heart on BBC Kids TV in the 80s, as he sort of draws a watercolour picture of himself. Why would he do that anyway? Oh, Reggie, I don't know. Why does he do a lot of things? Surely he's got time for only got time for video games, and he's certainly not got time for he buys so many games, including about 20 copies of some Japanese release. But he hasn't got time to buy him a bed and sleeps on a mattress in his, I think in his sort of hallway, because he's not got so much crap in his bedroom that he's not able to put the bed in there. And yeah, he's a very strange individual. Priorities all over the shop. So we'll see. Let's just get into it. Oh yeah, I tried skipping all this rubbish. He's drawing a watercolour picture of himself. Where does he get the money for watercolour paints from? Does he really draw that? Doubt it. Come on. Hope there's not a bloody copyright claim on that anyway.
Hey guys, Radical Reggie here.
Oh, actually, we'll just say, let's have a look at the 71,000 comments nearly. Also nearly 72,000, sorry, just over 71,000. I wanted to do a video talking about this because some people need to know what to do in this situation. Yeah, Reggie's a master on all gender issues. In case you can't understand the word he's saying, let's put some subtitles on. I don't know what's radical about him anyway.
And today I wanted to talk about a video I saw recently.
Oh, at least he's not got his ridiculous old man beard that he sported in recent years to sort of sit alongside Metal Judas Rocks. Just that guy. Should I just bring up his channel, because this is funny as hell. I made some videos about him because he's just weird. But we all know he's run out of content completely, run out of ideas. If he gets the only member of his MGR crew who will sit with him anymore is Reggie. No one else will. Everyone else has completely disappeared. So we've got. It makes boomer shooters. What the heck is a boomer shooter? It did say heck anyway, but yeah, he used to say what the heck is a boomer shooter? But I guess he's taking the word heck out because heck's such a rude word. But apart from that random shite and some old game console dev kit thing, apart from basically his pickups videos, nothing he does gets any views. I mean, he's got he ran out of ideas. He made a Quake 2 video. He won't put it on his MGR extras with 8,000 subscribers because no one was watching it. Then again, no one's watching this channel. He's got 915,000 subscribers, so he should get about 10% at least on each video, and he's got 40,000 on that. Whatever the 1.5 PC handheld is, another of these handheld job things. Yes, I did buy a Steam Deck, and I still not got around to using it because I'm an idiot. Anyway, 45,000 on that. A press kit unboxing for WrestleQuest. Nobody gives a toss about that. 13,000 views. Hey, if I got 13,000 views on that, it'd be great. But I mean, WrestleQuest, I've no idea about that. But yeah, it's no one cares, and it's like a 2-minute video. That's all he can manage. Just why bother? And then some extended version. So he just shoves in some extra crap onto some existing video, re-uploads it. Doesn't get used, doesn't get dinged for used content, and he only gets 29,000 views anyway after 3 days. Normally in his heyday, he used to get 100,000 views on each video easily within a day. Now, he's run out of ideas, and the only thing he knows how to do is pick up videos where he plays games for like about 5 minutes, and then moves on to something else, and then probably returns them back to the Salvation Army charity shop where he got them from for 5 pence. But let's get back to Reggie.
It just really brought a lot of concern to me. There was a transgender man or woman, however you want to say it.
Well, at this stage, they're a woman, so get it right, fella.
That was in a GameStop recently and got upset because they felt that a GameStop employee called them sir. Here's the thing in the situation.
We'll get to what happens in GameStop. I mean, there's a lot going on in GameStop. We'll get to it.
I'm gonna show you guys the video, and I'll come back with my thoughts.
Because Reggie's going to show us what to do in this situation.
I'm not doing credit. You're going to give me my fucking money back.
Excuse me, sir. There's a young man in here.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Okay, so Tish to call the lady sir, but at the same time, this customer is shouting. One thing, if you want to get dealt with appropriately by a member of staff in any shop, in any situation, be polite. Don't start shouting. Don't start effing and jeffing, which is what they did. She did to the gentleman behind the counter there.
It is ma'am.
I can call the police if you'd like me to. You need
So yeah, she's apologised and said she can call the police.
to settle down.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
But yeah, again, antagonistic. No need for it. Just chill, calm down.
Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was in general.
Right beforehand, you fuck.
So saying guys, I think is a colloquial term. It sounds like, but it's a situation that's getting very antagonistic very quickly. A lot of words being said quickly. Say one wrong word out of context, and the guy's getting flamed for it. The guy behind the counter is getting flamed for it. So if someone's just shouting at you 10 to the dozen, you're going to misspeak. You're going to say something wrong. But you can only deal with things. Maybe if you had time to go back and replay every little bit of every conversation you had and edit it and change it back to how it'd like to be, then fine. But it's not going to happen. You want to. You just have to deal with the situation as it happens and it all happens very, very quickly.
Fucking said, sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
So, yeah, stop shouting. So, I should not be calling her sir, but just stop shouting, okay?
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
That does not help, and neither does this. The minute you start shouting in any given situation, especially punching the shop up and any sort of violence, you've immediately lost the argument on how to on getting your situation dealt with, presumably for a refund of something.
I need your corporate number.
But she's still not finished.
Because I'm going to call them and talk about how it's misgendered several times in this store.
I apologize for that.
I need your corporate number now.
I won't give her the corporate number, but thankfully someone's recording this so that they can see that she's been smashing up the store.
Before you feel like that's not a problem.
Get it for me now.
I'm going to ask you to calm down and stop cussing.
Give me your
Stop
corporate
hitting,
number.
destroying property.
Well, I'm going to ask you for the 5th time to stop calling me a man. Because quite clearly I am not.
And I apologize. I'm sorry for that, ma'am. I will get you that number. Is that okay?
Yes,
I'm
get it
just
for me
asking-
now.
I'm asking you to stop
Get it
cussing.
for me now. I'm not cussing. I'm not.
So the man behind the counter has apologised. Says please stop cussing. It probably would help him if he just at this stage got the number and stop keep saying calm down. Otherwise, you keep saying that, it's just going to enrage her even further. As Rona Keating said, whatever you say nothing at all. And just, yes, she's being an arse, but just get the number, pass it along, and hopefully she's gone, and then the calmness can begin again.
Not cussing. Give me the damn number now, please. Ooh!
Ma'am, I apologize.
Ooh!
I apologize, ma'am. I will get you that number right now.
No, you're just gonna keep bumping your gums. You're just gonna keep bumping your gums and disrespecting trans people in this store, which I plan on telling the entire LGBTQ community. You're going to lose money over this.
I hope you can hear what's being said. I put the subtitles on, but they're obviously not picking it up. Well, if he's going to get the number, she's gone.
All right, so after watching the video, I looked closely, and this transgender man,
Woman.
I really feel like he was trying to
She.
just look for a reason to start a fight with somebody. You know what I mean?
Well, she certainly didn't help herself by shouting a lot. That's, yeah, obviously. But get it right, Reggie.
You know, we're in this age where, you know, people do a lot of cosplay, dress up and everything. And GameStop employee, he might have made a mistake and, you know, called him sir, but he probably thought it was really a man, because if you look at this transgender person, even though the quality's not great, it looks like a man just dressed in women's clothes. So, he, of course, somehow he offended this person. The only thing I was upset with the GameStop employee about is that he was telling the man to stop cursing.
Woman.
You cannot tell people to stop cursing, man.
Well, you can do, actually. You can, if someone's kicking off and swearing in the store, you can tell them. I mean, you can ask them. You know, if you start looking like you're telling them, that will enrage them further. But just say, please, can you stop swearing? Please stop cursing, however they phrase it in America. You can ask people to stop doing that. It's not. It's actually against the law to swear in public, at least in a antagonistic way, that you're swearing at somebody. This is happening there, so you can ask someone to stop swearing.
And yeah, I mean, seriously, I mean,
In fact, you also don't have to serve anybody if they're behaving in a confrontational manner like that. You can ask them to leave. So yeah.
What he needed to do as a GameStop employee, and I know they don't pay them enough to really think like this, is that, you know, when someone is acting crazy like that, you try to just de-escalate the situation. You
Anyone in the service industry does not get paid properly at all, ever.
don't want anything to happen crazy in the store, like, you know, that. I mean, looking at that guy, I mean, he might have tried to attack him, and of course the lady was standing there.
Woman.
They're saying, I'm going to call the police, but the police might not get there in time if this kid might get his eyes gouged out or something like that. So you have to try to de-escalate stuff the best way you can, because cops are not all around you at all times.
I don't know where Reggie's getting the footage from. Maybe someone else can tell me what clip that's from. But yeah, if you call the police, God, in the UK at least, don't expect them to turn up any time this week.
Protect you, you know. And another thing with the lady that said I'm going to call the cops, she should not even have said that to the man. You should have just called the cops instead of because that's just going to piss him off even more.
Piss her off. But it's perfectly acceptable to say you're going to phone the police. If yeah, even though they may certainly not come, just it can de-escalate the situation and can get somebody out of the story when they're kicking off.
And which it did. I just in this type of situation, man, I really want people to be safe and think clearly if possible. You know, the GameStop employee was the one that seemed like he was in the immediate danger because he was the target of this rage. You know, I mean, they don't pay GameStop employees a lot of money to deal with the type of stuff, or any kind of retail to deal with this type of stuff. And, you know,
as I said, it's a good job he had I'm not sure if Reggie mentions this, but it's a good job that there was a counter worked up between the two of them. So otherwise, if someone can walk round and slap you or whatever, then that's it's not going to be a pleasant situation.
It's not worth it, you know. I mean, I think he did everything to try to de-escalate it, but saying stop cursing, just nah, man. You cannot say anything like that to anyone, man. That just enraged him even more. Now, going back to the transgender
woman,
I really do think that he was being a bully, and he was looking for a reason to get mad at somebody. I mean, if you look at him, I mean, there's nothing feminine about him. I mean, besides him wearing.
Well, there's not very much manly about Reggie, is there?
Women's clothes. I mean, he looked like a straight up dude. So it could be confusing to some folks. You know what I mean?
Well, it's certainly confusing to Reggie anyway.
I just think that, he was just really being a bully and trying to start something with that GameStop employee. Because
what's also confusing to Reggie is that for some reason, between now and when he first started showing the video, he's showing it in he's got the mobile phone ratio and he's just stretched it out. So it looks ridiculous. Why could you sort of shrink it back to how it was? You may want to zoom in a little bit, but not stretch it so it's completely beyond all recognition.
Because I don't know. There was a lot of rage. Asking that kid to step outside so he could beat him up. You know how messed up that is? I mean, I looked at that guy. I could barely see. I saw the kid. The film was kind of grainy and everything. But I looked at this kid. This kid's he's like, what did I do wrong? I'm sorry. I just want to get this done with or whatever. It's just, I don't know, man. It just really pisses me off with that whole situation, how that person was trying to attack him. And then, the nerve to go and try to leave the store and then kick some stuff down and damage some stuff and then ask for a corporate number. You know what I mean? That's insane, man.
Yeah, clearly some anger issues there.
I consider myself, I do consider myself street when it comes to that situation, but as I've gotten older, I've become more or less hot-headed when it comes to situations like that.
Yeah, you do get less hot-headed when you're younger. Also, when you get older, 25 years ago, I've beat people when they've kind of cut me up on the road. Now, as long as there's no damage to anyone, and as long as say if someone's shot in front of me and zoomed off, good. I'm glad they're in front of me and gone. I don't want them behind me, potentially able to crash into me. If they got in front of me and zoomed off, as long as no one's injured, fine, get rid of them.
If I was in his shoes, I would try to de-escalate the situation, but I do have boundaries. Luckily that counter is there between them, so he couldn't go up to the employee's face. But if somebody you guys have to be prepared. If someone is in your space, you never know what's going to happen. You have to protect yourself. You know what I mean? It could be a do or die situation. I mean, that guy really looked unhinged, and he could have tried to kill that kid.
Woman.
Gouge his eyes out, whatever, beat the hell out of him. You got to be prepared to protect yourself. So, like I said, guys, but before it gets to that type of situation,
it's like if you end up in an argument with Radical Reggie, he might bore you to death so much you just die of ennui.
It needs to be kind of tried to calm it down. Oh, I'm getting messages. But you got to calm those kind of situations down the best you can. If you can't, be ready to defend yourself at all times. You know what I mean? And I really feel for the GameStop employee, but at the same time, he should have just. I mean, I know even though he might have been right the whole time, just try to de-escalate the best. Can say, I made a mistake. I'm sorry about that, and that's it. And the guy keeps, I think that would have calmed the guy down just a little bit.
Woman.
Even though I think, like I said, he was just being a bully and looking for a fight.
Cheat.
It's just, I don't know.
I like the way the automated subtitles have translated bully into Boolean. 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 Brilliant. So they're saying Boolean or Boolean?
Oh man, but just hopefully just some people just, if you've dealt with a situation like this, you know what I mean? I understand it makes you upset.
You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Not really.
And you be ready to fight or whatever for someone accusing you of something you possibly didn't do. But just remember, guys, it's not really, sometimes it's not really worth it, you know what I mean? And you never know if somebody has a weapon either, you know what I mean? Like, what if that guy had some kind of gun and or knife and just said, I'm tired of stuff. I'm not, you made a mistake. I'm going to take it out. It's just all kind of craziness like that. So you just got to be careful and be aware that people are dangerous, simple as that, especially working in retail. Working in retail is no joke. I can't believe people are, like, companies are getting away with paying retail employees so little.
It does suck. I've not worked in a shop, but I've worked in a restaurant, and God, yeah, just horrible, horrible times.
For the stuff they have to go through. I mean, it's no joke. I worked at GameStop temporarily over a seasonal holiday season back in, I think it was like in 2008, 2007, and I saw some of the stuff that the other employees had to deal with. Luckily, I didn't have to deal with it because I wouldn't have cared. I mean, it wasn't that. I was hot-headed back then, so I would have probably did something crazy. But as I'm older and looking back at, for other folks, man, I just think you guys should just make sure you just try to make sure you de-escalate things before they get out of hand the best you can. Unless you find yourself in that situation where you have to defend yourself, you know what I mean? Try to do the best you can before you get to that situation. But all in all, the video was kind of funny in a way, but then again, it wasn't funny because, like, it's just like, I just feel bad for everybody who's kind of involved, except the transgender guy, because I think he was really being a bully. I mean, there's no reason to flip out over that. If he called you a man or whatever, you could say, hey, I am a lady, and that's it. And then, okay, I'm sorry, ma'am, and that would have fixed it. You know what I mean? He could have said something like that, but he didn't. He just went into a rage. From what I saw in the video, I don't know if there's something I missed before the video started, but yeah, that's all I want to pretty much say about it, guys. So anyways, I want to drag this video on Radical Reggie, and I'll see you guys later.
Well, he won't physically see me, will he? I doubt it. I don't think there's any cameras in my room connected to Reggie's hallway. What else have you got now? Blank space. Maybe you've got a DJC outro. Who knows? Anything? Just blank space. Oh, just, yeah, I don't want music in case that ends up getting copyrighted. But Radical Reggie Productions. Wow. So there we go. Radical Reggie puts the world to rights on non-gameplay issues. Just a very strange man. Anyways, yeah, I could say let me know what you think about Radical Reggie, but anyone sane knows that he's a bit of a prat. But anyway, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all the notifications, and cue Genesis.